What's happening, guys? Peter von Panda here. Hey, just got this Mason case for my iPhone 7 Plus, and it's called the Aramid, I believe. Comes like this. Nice little packaging. Thought I would just check it out because it looks like, boom, carbon fiber. And actually, I'm pretty excited about trying this one out and using it because I think that the material on it is going to just be perfect for not showing fingerprints. Here is the case I've been using from Mason Cases, and it's that jet black. Love it. Love that you get a jet black look on the iPhone. It really does dress it up, and especially with the black screen on the front, it just really kind of hugs the screen and kind of hides all of my matte finish everywhere. It makes it look great. But it does show fingerprints, and it's a little bit slippery. This one, the nice thing is the texture is just a little bit kind of rubbery feeling, or maybe plasticky feeling. And it has this cool carbon fiber weave pattern, designed into it. It's not carbon fiber. Despite the fact that it looks like carbon fiber, and it is a weave of fibers, it's not actually carbon fiber. Looks just like it, but it's Aramid, and that's why they call it the Aramid case. And the reason they use Aramid, which is like a Kevlar, so it's super durable, and on top of that, it doesn't block radio signals like carbon fiber does. Now, I guess that kind of makes sense intuitively to me because carbon is highly conductive, and it's works as a supercapacitor and things like that. So I guess, carbon would be a conductor and kind of create maybe like a Faraday cage around your iPhone and reduce the signal. But the Aramid fibers, despite kind of being used and manipulated just like carbon fiber, and provides all of that protection that a carbon fiber would, but maybe even more so. Obviously Kevlar is used in things like bulletproof vests, and it was used in kind of construction of solar cars and things like that. Doesn't block any radio signals. So you get all of that good look, but you also get unbelievable protection, like bulletproof type of protection. And on top of that, you don't interrupt the cell phone signal on your phone. So that's the benefit of Aramid. The case itself is very thin. As you can see here, it's more of a plastic case than kind of this plastic film, right? So if you want to get the super ultra thin cases where the cutouts are like, right around the buttons, and you get the super, super thin plastic, you can definitely check that out. But because this is just a little bit thicker, still very, very thin, it might be easiest to see kind of on the cutout for the camera here. As you can see, just really, really thin still. The cutouts are a little bit bigger, and that's because it's just a harder, stiffer case. Whereas this one, it's kind of like that blister packing. So you have a kind of a full cutout, like a C cut, for the power button, for the volume rockers, even for the top here. And then on the bottom, again, no individual holes for the lightning connector and the speakers. Those are all cut out. Even around the camera here, there's kind of no raised lip for the housing. It's going to hug it and then hug the microphone and the flash. So let's go ahead and just put this sucker on. Just going to slide that in. Oh man, it installs that quickly. And as you can see here, easy access to the buttons, but because it's a little thicker, if you were to hug those buttons, the buttons would be just a little bit lower than the material, right? If we look at it here too, so you can kind of see how thick it is right there, and then an open piece at the top and open on the bottom, and feels great in the hand, man. I don't know if you can, if that is kind of capturing it, but it looks great. If we look at the camera here, you can see that the plastic, while thicker than the other plastic, is not thicker than the height of the camera housing, right? So you can see that the camera still protrudes a little bit, so you're not going to get that protection. But because of that, it doesn't need to kind of ride up the edge and make it any thicker. And, just a precise cutout. The Mason cases, the quality is really second to none. I mean, they have just been absolutely phenomenal in kind of the quality and execution of their phones, or their phone cases. So really love it. Check it out. I'll put a link to it in the description, but masoncases.com, I believe, is their website. Good price, and Really phenomenal product. I'm super excited about using this actual case itself. Peter Von Panda, out.